what's up? Today I'm out at the range. I am trying to get set up for hunting season. This is a little range nearby my house. Kind of goes all the way out to a 75-yard all the way out there. So trying to get dialed in the 50 to 60 yard range. Pretty decent up front, but yeah, getting sighted in today. We'll see how things go. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. First target with the big circle out there. The third one from the back is 50 yards. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so I'm trying to go as lifelike as possible, as real scenario as possible. So I'm just doing my 3 arrows here. I got one on right now. I only have 3 broadheads at this time. So trying to stick with just 3, practice similar weight, all that kind of stuff, and go from there. So we'll see how this goes. Doing 3 arrows at a time, and we'll go from there. This is right at about 50 yards right now. Looks high right side to me. Alright, don't think that was my best one yet, but we'll go check it out, see how it went. I think I was a little all over the place. I've already done a few rounds today, so we'll see how that one was though. Alright, so the good news is that was pretty consistent. Each arrow was spaced out about 4 inches on the target. They're in kind of a triangle, about softball size spacing at 50 yards. So that's pretty good. Feel pretty good about that for hunting. I'm looking mainly for consistency. It wasn't near the bullseye, but that's okay, because if it's consistent, that means that it's the bow and the sight not being quite on instead of my me moving or something along those lines. So consistency I can work with even if it's not on dead bullseye. So try a few more rounds at 50 just to get some good repetition in, and then we'll go from there. One thing that I was taught for consistency, I've learned that the knock on my arrow actually tends to pop out when I'm working, when I'm getting ready for it. So I got to make sure to pull it back, seat it in all the way, and make sure my practice tip is screwed in all the way, because that'll really mess with my consistency. I'm shooting at about 50 pounds with this bow right now. This is only my 2nd season hunting. I haven't really done bow before that, so trying to get good strength and consistency, and then hopefully by next season I'll be up to 65 pounds. But working with 50 pounds, full draw, and 340 arrows. It's looking in the same similar placement that those last ones were, so I'm thinking it's a pretty consistent place in the upper right side of that target for me. That one definitely hit the back of the target, not where I was aiming. That was a pretty good one. I like where that felt like it was going. I think I'm kind of all over the board on that one, but let's go take a look, see how it went. Alright, so as you can kind of tell, upper right side on this one here, this one was feeling a lot better. Kind of slowed down and focused on my release and the level of my bow on that one. But as I said, kind of this one back here just ended up going straight through. Definitely whiffed on that one, but yeah, do a few more rounds and see if I can get some better consistency. I'd like to keep them more in the center of a single target, less spread out. Alright, so I figure I should do a little overview of the bow I'm shooting here. This is a Bear Species EV. I picked it up probably about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. It's a pretty sweet bow. It's a little bit on the bigger side. My wife has a similar bow, but it's a lot smaller, more compact. I like this one. It feels really stable when I'm holding the weight. It's set up at 50 pounds right now, about 50 and a half pounds. Just kind of trying to get consistency, build good rhythm. I'm actually pretty new to the compound bow and archery world, so trying to build some good consistency with lower weight before I step up. I'd like to be at 65 next hunting season, get some more distance and accuracy out of the arrows. But yeah, it's been a pretty good bow for me so far. It was about $1,000 out the door, $800 for the bow, and then probably another $200 in arrows and a few other things that I picked up along the way. But yeah, I ended up kind of wrapping it in paracord here. So this is paracord with just some black athletic tape over it. What I found was the handle was actually pretty skinny for me. When my hand was in it, I've got pretty big hands. When my hand was in it, it would tend to rock back and forth. And so when I was trying to hold on and shoot the arrow, I would notice that I would pull, kind of pull the arrow right as or pull the bow right as I was about to release the arrow. And so, yeah, I ended up wrapping this quite a bit, and it gave me a lot better, thicker handle to hold on to. That way when I'm holding it, it can kind of just feel more stable in my hand. I also have learned that I need to hold 3 fingers out, because if I have my fist curled all the way around, I'll kind of pull that bow over as I'm getting ready to release. So yeah, this is the setup. I have a 4-pin Trophy Ridge sight on it right now. This is the one that came with it. I've enjoyed it quite a bit so far. I do want to replace it with a 5-pin at some point, because right now I have it set up for 20, 30, 40, 50 yards, but I do feel like I can get 60 yards pretty consistently if I had a pin for it. So right now I'm just kind of holding 50, about 1.5 feet above where I want to hit on the 60-yard target, and it's doing a decent job for me, but I'm just not able to get that same consistency without the pin. So long term, I'd like to get a different sight set up for it, and dial up the weight some more. But for now, this is what I'm working with. It's doing a pretty good job. So yeah, I'll do 2 more arrows at the 50 and probably move up to 60 for a little bit. Feel pretty decent about that grouping. I was out here a little while ago with my father-in-law. He has a camera that goes on the end of the counterweight for the bow. I'll try and get it over here sometime, get some footage on the video for you guys, but it would be pretty sweet. It has you can zoom in and follow the arrow and all that kind of stuff. It's a pretty sweet setup. Alright, I want to try and hit a few at 60 before I head out. It's starting to look like it's going to rain, so gotta make this quick. Alright, for me, for here, 60 yards is about the second target from the back. I have to hold a good bit above the pin since I don't actually have a pin for it at the moment. That wasn't a very good one. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely hit target on that one. That snap when the arrow hits the target is one of my favorite sounds right now. Oh, really high on that one. Alright, I think I only nailed 2 of those on the target. That said, I don't feel too terrible about that considering the fact I don't actually have the right pin for it, so. Alright, well I think that's gonna do it for today. I've already put in quite a few rounds off camera too, a few arrows, so I'm gonna call it a day for now. Probably got well above 50 arrows in today. Feeling pretty good. Definitely got worse and worse as the day went on. Gotta keep building up that strength for it. Man, I'd just like to say too how pretty it is out here. Pacific Northwest might be one of the best places ever. The range is probably one of my favorite places to come to. It's just very quiet out here in the woods. Not many people around. Only 2 of the times that I've been here I've been around people. Not many people out here shoot bows. There is a rifle range down the road here, but for the most part it's just bow, and it's a nice peaceful place to come, kind of practice. I find it really relaxing. It's where I'll come after a stressful day, that kind of thing. So it's just a cheap, easy way, cheap if you got the bow, easy way to come out and relax, practice, get ready for hunting season. So enjoy the scenery. Looks like I might have a storm coming in. It's been kind of lots of thunder and lightning lately, so we'll see if that ends up making any contact. But yeah, feeling pretty decent about where I'm at. Not too bad. 50 yards, pretty good. 60, we're getting there. It definitely would help if I had another sight pin on my bow. All right, guys. Well, that's it today at the range. Taking off. Got some other things to go to tonight. A couple different events. But yeah, feeling pretty good about how things went today. Wasn't too terrible, all things considered. Next time I go out, goal is definitely to continue to improve on my 60 yard. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the meantime until I get a 5-pin sight, but yeah, calling it a day. Scan my way out of here. Go from here. If I say we'll go from here one more time, you guys should move. I hope you guys have a great week.